All right, so today we want to talk about what specific exercise is good for your posture. If you look online and you type in what exercise is good for my posture, you'll see a multitude of exercises. Now, if you actually look on this particular page, we have a library for fixing your posture. If you're curious about how you can improve your posture. Also, if you're interested in doing something that is more specific to you, you can go to generalfitnesscompany.com and we can help you design a program for your posture. Now, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of exercises out there. And as I just alluded to, there are exercises that are more or less general that may not be specifically designed for you. Now, there might be exercises that may correct what is presenting in your body. However, there might be issues that you might have that you may not even be aware of that are going to prevent you from improving your posture. So, when we talk about posture, we obviously know that it's dynamic. We think about our posture as not only just standing, but sitting and as you move. All right, so let's get right into those exercises. Now, before we get into those exercises, I want to remind you that these exercises are based on the 5 basic human movements. I know we talked about them earlier, but just as a review, they're walking, running, throwing, climbing, and jumping. Now, these 3 exercises that we came up with are essentially great exercises that you can do without any equipment. Very basic movements, very basic exercises, and I hope that you enjoy them. So first, up to bat is going to be a trunk twist. You're going to put your hands on your hips, essentially twisting your shoulders side to side, making sure that you are not throwing your shoulders over and back, and as well as keeping your abdominals engaged. Now, the purpose of this is that we're going to try to strengthen your throw as well as your walk and your run. That's essentially what you do when you're doing those motions, your trunk twists, and you want to make sure that your whole body is not turning so that you can move forward. All right. Next exercise at the bat is going to be a lunge. Lunges are one of my favorite exercises because they not only strengthen your legs, but they also improve your balance. Now, you can do it with or without weights, and a great way to do this with weights is to actually have only one weight on either side, meaning that if you're doing a lunge, you're going to have one weight in either your right or your left hand, not both. You can do it with both, but I actually prefer it with one hand. These are called a unilateral exercise. They help you improve your core as well as your legs. Now, the last exercise is a pull-up. Now, a lot of people tell you that you can strengthen your body, you can improve your pull-ups by jumping on a pull-up bar and just hanging. Now, there's a little disclaimer. You want to make sure that when you're hanging, you're doing an active hang, not what's called a passive hang. Now, I'll explain the difference between the two. When you're doing an active hang, you are actually engaging your shoulder blades, engaging your lats, keeping your shoulders off your ears. It's essentially training your muscles to be able to stabilize while in that pull-up position. Now, a passive hang is going to have your shoulders on your ears and you're going to let gravity pull you down. Now, while that might be a practice that people have done for centuries, maybe even millennia, if you can recall those traction tables that people used to have during the 80s or whatnot, those were there was a great wave of people trying to improve their posture using gravity and traction tables. However, we know now that using gravity to pull on your joints is actually not so great. I like to give the metaphor, the comparison of your body to a sailboat. Now, sailboats essentially have sails, as you know. And what happens is you put a sail up and the sail resists the force. So you can think of your fascia as being the sail. And if you have flaccid sails, meaning that you are practicing having passive holds, you essentially are training your body to be flaccid and not able to push you when you have force resisted, when you have force put upon your fascia. Contrary, if you have too much force or if you have too much resistance, you're actually going to tear that sail if you have force. So you want to train your body not necessarily to be flaccid or to be too rigid, but you want it to be able to move the way you want it to move. All right. So those are the 3 exercises that I believe will help you improve your posture. Again, if you want to improve your posture specifically, you can email us general@generalfitnesscompany.com, or you can check out a few of our exercises on our Fix Your Posture library. All right, so hopefully that answered any of your questions that you have about posture. If you have any questions or comments about this video or any of other videos on our page, I'd love for you to write them down below in the comment section. Of course, so you can be informed and updated when our next video comes out, I would love for you to click on that subscribe button down below. All right, that does it for this video. I do appreciate you watching and listening. As always, keep good company.
That's awesome!